he went and he corrected it and he realized that something is wrong with how I'm handling my the people reporting to me, and this is how I'm going to do it. So there was a realization, and once you are able to look into yourself to see where you might have shortcomings, and we all have shortcomings,
Absolutely.
and we need to take these on. Something is said about you, sometimes it's not said in the best of ways, probably not said in the most constructive of ways. But whenever there's a criticism about you, think about it for a while.
Yes.
Is there any truth to it? Can there be any truth to it? Let me check this out. You know, because there might be some truth to it, and it becomes an opportunity for me to improve myself.
Absolutely.
You know, sometimes it hurts, but take it on.
Very good.
Take it on.
So he had an epiphany that really saved the day, because he could have destroyed his team had he not taken the time to reflect.
Yes.
Beautiful. I don't know if you recall, periodically during the performance appraisal year, I would check in with you to find out how am I doing.
Yes.
Criticism. Sometimes you can invite criticism.
Yes.
You can ask your supervisor or your manager, how am I doing? So that you do not wait until it's performance appraisal time to get a score that you're disappointed in, but you can fix any issues that needs to be fixed before the day comes for you to be given your evaluation.
Yes. I'm glad you prompted that subject about performance appraisal and objectives, because that is key also. Very, very key. So you need to ensure that the people who are working with you, they have a job description. So at least they have a clear idea of what their job is. This is what my job is, and this is what I'm expected to do. In addition to that, you need to have formal objectives, written down, smart objectives that you can work towards achieving, right? So we're talking about specific, measurable, actionable, relevant, time-bound, smart objectives.
Yes.
And as you mentioned, it's also useful to have at least quarterly reviews. Because you're right, as a manager, the greatest joy is to write a good appraisal. You want to write only good appraisals, and it becomes very easy to write. It's very easy to sit down with a colleague and to do a good appraisal for them, and you both smile and everybody's happy. But you want to also be honest, right? And what you want to do is to ensure that this person is getting feedback, as you saw it back then, that you don't want to know that at the time 12 months are up, and then you look back at 12 months and then you are surprised that something wasn't achieved, or there's a behavior that needed correction that you were not aware of. And it generally happens. You may well be going along your merry way, think that you're doing okay, and your manager is not satisfied with it. So that's where you have two-way dialogue, at least quarterly. You could do it more often if you wish, but at least quarterly, to say, these are your objectives and this is how you're performing against them, in my view. And the feedback is good too, because at that point, you get feedback from the person being appraised, because you also learn, because you the manager could also be off kilter. Yes. And you could also learn that, in fact, you know the way the person is doing it, and it may be a procedural problem that you are perceiving, and the appraisee is able to show you that, well, actually, this is how I do it, or this is how I think is actually a better way, and you might even be convinced. You might change the objective, you know, but the dialogue is always good. But most importantly, you want to coach someone into a good appraisal, so that by the time 12 months are up, there are no surprises, and you're able to write a good appraisal. Or if the appraisal is bad, then there are still no surprises. The person would have been adequately warned, and given enough time to correct what is perceived to be challenges or issues that needed to be corrected. So that is very, very important. And then, you know, you might do a formal or written mid-year appraisal, and certainly at the end of the year, do a formal appraisal where everything is documented and everybody has their say in terms of being able to comment. In fact, what I say to my managers reporting into me is that this is one of your most important jobs, to ensure that the appraisal system is in place and that you follow through on it. It's an ongoing exercise of setting objectives, aligning them with the objectives of the organization and the job description, and to ensure that you follow through on a regular basis to ensure that your colleague is understanding where they are, how they are performing, and you want to coach them into doing an excellent job.
Wonderful. Thank you so much, Mr. Mack. I hope that HR